Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Rain. This is my craft channel, Make Do and Trend, and I'm really pleased you stopped by. Why don't you hit that subscribe button and hopefully you'll catch me again next week. But this week I'm back with another box frame diorama, and this one I wanted to make it all about the window to the box frame diorama. I wanted to make sure I kept the pane in. So what's better than having rain on the window pane? And yeah, let's get into it. As always, I started off with the box frame and I've just put the lights in here and a bit of backing paper. And here you can see I've laid the lights out at the top. Now, I knew I wanted rain on the window pane kind of look, but I also needed a reason for there being rain inside a box. So I came up with the idea of a storm and thunderclouds. The castle underneath was really just my creation. You can really put anything underneath this thunderstorm. It could be a plain field. So yeah, let me walk you through how I made the steps for my rain in a box castle diorama. Now I had the lights and clouds set where I wanted them, I went straight in for making my background image. I wanted a castle. I just cut out some bits of cards, stuck them together, whatever I thought looked good. I knew I wanted the bridge there just to make it a little bit interesting. And I'm just going in with a little bit of shading and pen. As you can see, I really am no artist. I don't think you really need to have great artistic skills for this. Just kind of make it as in your style and to your level. And the most important thing about making dioramas is that you enjoy doing it. So really, I was just here without any plan. I knew that I needed a castle. I knew there was going to be some sort of ravine, maybe mountains. And I'm just, as always, don't tell anyone, winging it, just trying to bring those creations that are living in my head alive and onto paper. And once I sort of got that to a point that I knew I was happy with, I was needed an actual background for this project. Now, what thought was better than using watercolors in a box that is meant to be all about rain and water? So I just went in, again, no great artistic skills here, none really are required. I'm just dragging different colored bits of blue, darker blues and grays, and just blending them in and dragging them down the page in one direction to create that downpour look in the background. Now, as you all know, my name is Rain, not spelt the same, I may add, not spelt the same as the weather, but yeah, I thought that this was a pretty apt box for me this week. Rain in the window pane, inside the box by rain, and yeah, there's too many rains going on. Let's just move on. So I've got my backing paper, I'm pasting the castle around, pretending to know what we're doing here, and just now going to sit and consider for about 20 minutes on how I'm going to bring down the forefront of the picture. But before we do that, we're going to go onto these clouds. Now, these are kind of like placement clouds for me. You'll see why later on. But if all you've got is cotton wool and a bit of shading, so I'm just using some chalk there, use that. That was fine. And they were perfectly good clouds, but we'll come back to that. Now, this is probably mistake number 2, which I will correct again later on, but I've used the old technique that I've used in many other dioramas of using matches stuck to the back of this castle just to elevate it off the background for me slightly. This does work, it works really well. My only advice would be is to colour those matches in the same colour as your castle, because once I put this project together, I could still see them sticking through. Right, so now the castle's elevated off the ground. I've just gone ahead and mixed up some green, I think it's green cork. It's just green scenery substance. It's a bit mysterious. I don't know what the actual name of it is. If any of you do let me know. But anyway, we're going to use this green mystery substance that most people use in model making. And I've just mixed it up with a bit of PVA glue, and I'm just plastering it in and around to add some foliage onto the castle, add a bit of more depth to it, and something to look at, make it a little bit more interesting. I also used it to cover up my many mistakes on that janky little castle that we got. Now, I'm not sure which country you're watching this from, but if it's any other country other than the ones in the United Kingdom, hello and welcome. But here in rainy old Britain, we do have a lot of castles. In fact, there's one not too far from where I live. Now, they don't really look like this one. I didn't really base this off of any real castle. I didn't even look at castles to build it, as you can probably tell from some of those parapets. But it was a fantasy diorama, and like I said, this project, it wasn't really about what was inside, it was about the effects I could create to make a stormy, cold, rainy day. And here we are. I've put the rain back onto the picture, the clouds are in place and that thunder, the lightning from that thunder is starting to shine through. Now, if I could have got lights that flashed in different sequences, or you're able to do that with electronics, this would look a lot better if you had certain lights flashing in different places at certain times. But we only had one set, so we went with that. And here I am after that long thought about what to do in the foreground. I knew I wanted mountains. I didn't really know how I was going to build them, so we just grabbed some matchsticks, we tore some card, and we just flowed with it. I played around, I put some bits down, I saw what worked, saw what didn't work, and I was really debating about whether or not I wanted that ravine and that river at the bottom to be really seen, or was it just meant to disappear. So I've added more green stuff here with glue, and as you can tell, it's dried now. And yeah, I'm going to go in a bit of a quick succession and just show you how on the right side I decided to put some stairs and build those up, and on the left side I decided to put some mountains with a little cave at the bottom. Again, just trying to make it a little bit interesting so that when you get nearer to this diorama, when you actually have a look at this diorama, you feel like you're discovering things in the picture. So here we go. Again, just torn black card with some matchsticks stuck to the back to create all that jagged mountain area. Now you see on the right there where the stairs are, in brackets, I really just created that feeling by using those matches, matching up the sides of the card that I had torn, and creating some depth with some black paint in between those to make it look like stairs. Now I've covered the whole thing in moss, added a lot of greenery around to those rocks, and I really am just putting on some dribbles down the castle using Ultra Shine Mod Podge. Any PVA glue would do this. I just wanted the inside to look a little wet. After all, it is meant to be raining. I'm not quite sure how many times I've said rain in this video. If someone can count them for me, that would be brilliant. Now the only problem with using glue like this is, of course, you have to wait for it to dry. And there we go, all dry. Obviously the green goes a little darker, but later on I do add a bit more colour to the higher up parts of the green and make them a bit darker to make them seem like they're far away. Now let's talk about this cloud situation. Better clouds. I happen to have some felt. I have got no idea what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it right here, but we're just going to keep stabbing. How hard is stabbing felt together? But I figured that this felt would look a little bit better than the cotton wool I had in the diorama, and feel more like a real clouds, or add a little bit more texture than the wool was offering me. My only regret is that I didn't actually have any white felt. Is it called felt? I'm not quite sure. It's for felt making, I'm sure. Anyhow, this wool stuff that you're meant to stab, I've had a kit sitting in my drawer for ages. I decided to finally use, and again, making it up as I go along. I watched a 5-second video on YouTube and thought, you know what, I'll be a pro at this in 5 minutes. I wasn't a pro at this in 5 minutes. I'm sure it's something you've got to work at, but they're clouds. You just shove a few colours together. How hard can it be? There we go, looking a lot more depth to it. Now let's get on to that rain on the paint, shall we? I've taken out the glass, or as in this case, perspex out of the front of the box frame, and I'm just using some old UV resin that I've had sitting in my kit for a very long time now. I put a little bit on card just because I find it easier to do this with a cocktail stick rather than out the bottle. It could get a little bit messy. I found that starting with a larger point of where you wanted the raindrop to fall to, and then spreading its tail upwards, again, are we calling them tails? I don't know, we are now. Spreading the tail upwards to make it look like that rain has hit the window pane. As you can see here, I go in with some smaller little dots as well, just to create that look of rain dribbling down. That was a practice sheet I had, and here we are. Castle, clouds, thunder, rain. I think we're almost done. Oh no. Back to what I weren't happy with. Now, I really didn't like these windows looking like they could, and if I'm honest with you, I could see the matches sticking out the top of the castle, and even though probably no one would notice or even pick up on it, it was driving me insane. So I went back in. Never be frightened to attack your projects if you're not happy with them. Get back in, rearrange them, play with them. Arts and crafts is meant to be fun. Anyhow, I took the old matches out, ripped a bit of the paper, don't worry, we're going to cover that, and I just shoved some black card in the back of those windows. It made the castle look less derelict and a little bit more together. Then I went in with some black matches, as you just saw there, and just replaced those other matches that I had at the top with black matches, so it looked like part of the castle. A real simple step that could have been avoided if I'd have just thought ahead a bit earlier on. Now here I'm actually going in, I knew I could leave this overnight, so I'm actually going in with some Ultra Gloss Mod Podge, and I'm getting some of those real little spits and spats of rain on that window pane. You want to put this on in small spots. This is why I couldn't use this like the way I did with the resin, because it pools overnight when you let it dry. So small spots and you'll get the results. I'm just going in again with my watercolours, adding a bit of shading to that castle. I wanted this to be a moody, dark, rainy day picture, and at the moment it was looking a little bit too bright. So I just went back in with my watercolours, spread that around, shaded in the castle, and added some darker green to those levels of bushes at the top there, some of that greenery near the castle, just to try and add a bit of depth to the mountain, keeping the foreground a lighter green. And after I finished that, I let it all dry overnight, and I'm pretty sure now this project is fully done. Now my craft gremlins were restless little buggers this week and would not let me stop until this was looking somewhat how I imagined it in my mind. But here we are, a castle in a box with a thunderstorm above and the rain splattering on the window. Hopefully they're satisfied for now. Now, if you made it this far in the video, you might as well go ahead and just give me one of those little thumbs up. They really do help my channel to grow and for me to reach any other crafty crafters out there. Once again, I have been Rain, you have been fabulous, and I hope to catch you again next week. Bye-bye. Oh, they're still here. Did anyone actually count how many times I said Rain, including my name? Please let me know if you did.